We are glad to welcome you to our channel. Kindly subscribe to our channel and share our videos with your friends and relations. And click on the bell icon for instant notification whenever new videos are uploaded on this channel. Rest assured that we are going to have a very exciting and inspiring discussion. Let's dive into the lesson right away. Welcome to today's lesson on easy steps in writing a great formal letter. Whether you are preparing for an important examination like the West African Senior School Certificate Examination, or you just want to improve your formal letter writing skills, this video will provide you with valuable tips and sample questions and answers to help you succeed. This is English Classes Online, and I am your host, Benjamin. Let's get started right away. Now, from the comment section, I am pleased to inform you that today's video was inspired by a comment from one of our esteemed viewers by the name Memuna Jallo. Memuna Jallo. Now, Memuna commented as follows. Hi, Uncle. I need more examples of formal letter. That was 8 days ago. So if you are watching this video, Memuna, and I hope I pronounce your name correctly. If not, please forgive me. I want you to know that I made this video in direct response to your request. And for those of you out there who are also our highly esteemed viewers and subscribers, who may have been having the same desire to know or to have more examples of formal letters as Memuna has requested, this video is also meant for you. Let's now move on to step number 1, and that is read and understand the question. This is really very important. Before you start writing, you need to first read the question and understand what you are required to write. Let's use the following past Wassce formal letter writing questions. Number 1, write a letter to the local government council chairman highlighting the need for more recreational facilities in your community and proposing solutions. This is taken from Wassce, June 2022. Now, this sample is going to be presented here in case you have not watched the video as Memuna has watched, and which was where he commented and said he wanted to have more examples or more samples of formal letter. All right. Now, number 2, write a letter to the editor of a national newspaper discussing the positive impact of the computer on education. This is taken from English paper 2, Wassce of 2019. Now, the third example, III, reads as follows. There has been a continuous discussion on the evils of unemployment. Write a letter to the Commissioner for Labor highlighting at least 3 of these evils and ways of addressing them. This is taken from June 2005. Okay? So now, let's move ahead. Step number 2, plan your letter. Before you start writing your letter, take a few minutes to plan what you want to say. It's really very important. This will help you organize your thoughts and ensure that your letter is well structured. So, what we call the pre-writing activities include brainstorming, thinking about what you are to write, having, read the question and understood what you are asked to write. You have to think about it and plan what you are going to write. Then create an outline, okay? This is what you need to do. Planning your letter is important, just as you know, uh, having a building plan that will help you to build a good house is exactly important. In the case of writing, you need a writing plan. Step number 3, follow the formal letter structure. Every form of writing has its format. So, and a formal letter has a definite structure that you need to follow. A well-structured letter consists, and that is a formal letter, consists of the following. 1, the writer's address, followed by the date. Number 2, the receiver's official designation and address. Number 3, the salutation, which is usually dear sir or dear madam, depending on the gender of the receiver. Then number 4, you have the title, which is the subject for discussion. This is necessary in a formal letter. Number 5, you have the message. That is the real content of the letter that should be made up of 3 subcomponents: A, the introduction; B, the body; and C, the conclusion. Number 6, you have the subscription, which is the closing greeting. And for a formal letter in the West African Senior School Certificate Examination, the is usually yours faithfully. Okay, yours faithfully. Number 7, you have the signature. As the writer of the letter, once you write yours faithfully, yeah, then you put a comma, and in the next line you sign your signature. This is followed by number 8, the writer's full name, preferably beginning with your surname. Okay, I will show you this in the samples. Now, moving further, we come to step number 4, and this is where you write your letter. Of course, writing your letter begins with your address, date, the receiver's designation and address, the salutation, the title, okay, or the topic for discussion. And once you have done that, the next thing is to write your introduction. The introduction serves as the opening of your letter, where you state the purpose of your letter and then show what exactly you are going to discuss. That's the first paragraph. You should be concise and clear. If you are writing to the local government council chairman, for example, you need to state clearly what the letter is all about. Okay? So this is really very important. Still on step number 4, the next thing is to write the body of your letter, which will be made up of paragraphs. Okay, after the introduction, then you have the body paragraphs, which should consist of paragraph 2, paragraph 3, and paragraph 4, as the case may be, depending on how many key points you are going to discuss. This is where you present your arguments, ideas, and solutions, because the introduction or the first paragraph is where you simply tell the receiver what the letter is all about. You present the topic for discussion, and then in the body of the letter, you discuss in details, which may be your arguments, your ideas, your solutions. You explain what you want to say or write. Okay, now you need to make sure to organize your thoughts logically and provide supporting evidence or examples to strengthen your points. Next, still under step 4, which is write your letter, you are going to now write the conclusion. Okay, this is where you summarize your main points, re-emphasize or reiterate the importance of the issue, make a clear call to action, or express your hope for a positive outcome. Keep it concise and cautious. Okay, that's really important. Now, step number 5, use formal language. Make sure to use formal language throughout your letter. That's why it is called a formal letter. So you need to avoid slang, contractions, or overly casual expressions. You don't need to use jokes, or share jokes, because a formal letter should be business-like. It is also called a business letter or an official letter. So it's not a letter in which you rigmarole or tell a cock and bull story. You go straight to the purpose of the letter and you state precisely what it is all about. Now, you need to keep your tone respectful and professional. Politeness is the watchword in writing a formal letter. Okay? Now, let's begin to look at sample letter one, and we take the first question. Write a letter to the local government council chairman highlighting the need for more recreational facilities in your community and proposing solutions. Wassce of June 2022. The first thing is the address. For example, 20 Kano Street, Ojo. Observe the punctuations. Lagos State. Once you come to the end of the punctuation, you put a full stop. And then the date, for example, May 20, 2023. Now, the next will be the official designation, the chairman. Okay. If you are writing for the West African Senior School Certificate Examination, you don't need to include the name of the chairman. Simply write the chairman, okay, followed by the address, Ojo Local Government Area, Ojo, Lagos State, full stop, okay? So now you have the writer's address and date, and you have the receiver's official designation and address. The next is salutation, dear sir. All right, these are things we learned in the easy steps. So now I'm showing you how you can write a formal letter practically. Now, after the salutation, it is the title. The need for more recreational facilities in Ojo. Take note that we have taken this title from the question, from the prompt, highlighting the need for more recreational facilities in your community and proposing solutions. So the need for more recreational facilities in Ojo. So I state the area instead of simply repeating in my area, okay? Now, the first paragraph, I am writing to bring to your attention the pressing need for more recreational facilities in our community. As a concerned resident and an advocate for community development, I believe that investing in such amenities is crucial for the well-being and growth of our residents, especially the youth. Now, you have introduced the topic for discussion. Now, the body of the letter starts with paragraph 2. Firstly, our community lacks adequate recreational spaces, which negatively impacts the physical and mental health of our residents. With limited options available, many young people find themselves engaged in unhealthy habits or are drawn towards less desirable activities. By providing more recreational facilities such as parks, sports fields, and community centers, we can offer them healthier alternatives and promote an active lifestyle. Next paragraph. Moreover, investing in recreational facilities will foster community engagement and social cohesion. Currently, our community lacks spaces where people can come together, interact, and bond. By creating such facilities, we can encourage unity, build stronger relationships, and enhance the sense of belonging among residents. This, in turn, will contribute to a safer and more harmonious community. You see, so in each paragraph, you state a major point and you explain or develop it, okay, with supporting details. So, next paragraph. To address this issue, I propose a three-step solution. Firstly, the local government council could allocate a budget to establish a new park equipped with playgrounds and sports facilities. Secondly, existing vacant land in our community could be repurposed to build a community center that offers various recreational programs for all age groups. Finally, organizing regular community events and sports tournaments can further promote community engagement and participation. So uh, here you are profiling solution, which is exactly important. Now, the concluding paragraph. In conclusion, I urge you as the local government council chairman to prioritize the development of recreational facilities in our community. By investing in these amenities, we can improve the overall well-being and quality of life for our residents, particularly the youth. I believe that with your leadership and support, we can create a community that thrives both physically and socially. Then you can wrap it up by thanking the receiver. Thank you for considering this matter. I look forward to your positive response and action in addressing the pressing need for more recreational facilities in our community. And then the uh, the subscription, yours faithfully, followed by signature, and then the writer's full name, Olumide Mary, for example. All right. So that's the first sample. Let's look at sample letter 2, and the question is as follows. Write a letter to the editor of a national newspaper discussing the positive impact of the computer on education. English paper 2, Wassce 2019. Now, let's begin with the address 35 Musa Street, Ojo, Lagos State, full stop, July 19, 2023. The editor, that's official designation, Daily Times, Ikeja, Lagos State. So you have the the receiver's designation and address. Then next we have the salutation. Dear editor is suitable for a letter to the editor. Then comes the title, the positive impact of the computer on education. Again, we have taken this from the writing prompt, the question, you know, discussing the positive impact of the computer on education. So we simply take this and, convert it to a title. Then next, the first paragraph, I am writing in response to the recent article published in your esteemed newspaper regarding the impact of computers on education. I would like to express my strong belief in the positive influence computers have had in the field of education. Paragraph 2, which is the beginning of the body of the letter to the editor. Computers, with their vast potential and versatility, have revolutionized the way we teach and learn. They have created an interactive and engaging learning environment, allowing students to access a wealth of information at their fingertips. With educational software and online resources, students can now explore subjects beyond their traditional textbooks, uh, more than subjects, and more subjects, beyond what traditional textbooks offer, thereby fostering a deeper understanding and critical thinking skills. Furthermore, computers have leveled the playing field for students from all socioeconomic backgrounds. The internet has become a great equalizer, providing access to quality educational materials and courses regardless of one's geographical location or financial constraints. This has opened up new opportunities and expanded educational horizons for millions of students worldwide. So next, contrary to concerns about computers leading to a decline in social interaction, I believe they have actually enhanced collaboration and communication among students. Online platforms, discussion forums, and virtual classrooms have facilitated global connections and knowledge sharing, thereby breaking down physical barriers and promoting cultural exchange. Students can now collaborate with peers from different parts of the world, thereby broadening their perspectives and preparing them for a globalized workforce. In conclusion, the positive impact of computers on education cannot be overstated. They have transformed the learning experience, providing students with boundless resources, equal opportunities, and enhanced collaboration. It is essential that we embrace technology in education and continue to invest in providing access to computers and internet connectivity for all students. I urge policymakers, educators, and parents to recognize the immense potential of computers and work together to ensure their integration into educational institutions. Let us seize this opportunity to empower the next generation with the tools they need to succeed in this digital age. Okay? Now, having done that, yours faithfully, that's the subscription, followed by signature, and then the name of the writer. For example, Okonkwo Martins. Now, moving further, we come to sample letter number 3, and the question is as follows. There has been a continuous discussion on the evils of unemployment. Write a letter to the Commissioner for Labor highlighting at least 3 of these evils and ways of addressing them. Wassce, June 2005. Again, you begin with the writer's address. For example, 24 Kaduna Street, Yaba, Lagos State, followed by the date July 20, 2021, for example. Then the next is the receiver's designation. The Commissioner for Labor, Lagos State Ministry of Labor and Productivity, State Secretariat, Alausa, Ikeja. All right? Now, the next will be the salutation, Dear Sir, followed, of course, by the title, The Evils of Unemployment. Exactly, again, you can see how where we took it, highlighting at least 3 of these evils, that is, evils of uh, unemployment. So that is the title. Now, the first paragraph, I wish to contribute to the ongoing discussion by highlighting some of the evils of unemployment and ways of addressing them. This is the subject matter. I have, included here the things that the essential ingredients of the first paragraph. Although much has been said and written about unemployment, I believe that it is necessary to examine its direct effects on the lives of our people and find practical ways of solving the problem. This is your thesis. The most critical of the evils of unemployment are poverty and poor standard of living, the increasing rate of crime, and the increasing rate of violence. This is called enumeration. You enumerate the key points that you are going to discuss in the body of your letter. Now, in the following paragraphs, I will discuss them one by one and also suggest ways of remedying the ugly situation. This is what we call the intro. So this type of paragraph will attract uh, more marks because you have enriched this first paragraph. You have written just like a pro. Now, the next is the beginning of the body of the letter. To start with, unemployment has thrown a large population of our people into abject poverty. This is the topic sentence for paragraph 1. People in this category have either lost their jobs or have not been able to secure any job since they left school. As a result, they have no means of income to meet their basic needs. Many of them can hardly afford a decent meal, much less have 3 square meals a day. Many of them live under bridges and other unimaginable places simply because they cannot afford a decent apartment to live in. In fact, the standard of living has fallen to the lowest ebb. That is one of the evils of unemployment. Then moving further, moreover, a large population of our unemployed youths are going into crime as a means of getting income. This is the topic sentence for paragraph 2. It is now common to find the youths forming large armed robbery gangs, going from house to rob, rape, maim, and sometimes kill people. Others resort to cult membership and activities, kidnapping, ritual killing, and so forth. All this happen because an idle mind is the devil's workshop, as the saying goes. Next, the increasing rate of violence we are currently witnessing in our society is also due to unemployment. Can you imagine a gainfully employed youth going to join a terrorist group and putting his life on the line by participating in suicide missions? That is a rhetorical question, just to drive home the message. It is usually the unemployed youths that fall prey to terrorist groups who entice them with cash and other rewards. It is the same population of unemployed youths that unscrupulous politicians use as thugs to cause violence during elections and whenever they want to achieve their selfish goals. Now, the remedy. To remedy this ugly situation, the government should establish agro-allied industries as a way of creating more employment opportunities for people who have no source of income. This is recommendation number 1, very important. Establishing agro-allied industries will not only provide employment to the citizens, but will also raise people's standard of living by reducing the prices of essential commodities, please. The Directorate of Employment and Youth Development should organize skill acquisition and self-development programs aimed at helping unemployed youth to get involved in productive activities. Second recommendation. I must commend the state government for their ongoing efforts at initiating such programs. I urge them to do more in that direction. The state arm of the National Orientation Agency should also organize programs aimed at reorientating the citizens towards acquiring skills and developing themselves in order to become more productive. This is the third recommendation. So it's important that you recommend and make your recommendations clear. I believe that if the above recommendations are looked into and promptly implemented, the evils of unemployment will be eradicated for the general good of our people. Thanks. Yours faithfully, signature Ogunyemi Rose. So this is exactly how to write a formal letter, and we have seen the 3 examples. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Many thanks for watching today's video. A big thank you to all of you out there for being part of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, kindly subscribe to this channel. Subscribe now as a way of giving us support. For notification about new videos, click on the bell icon. You will find the bell icon. Click on it so that whenever a new video is uploaded, you will be instantly notified. If you have actually enjoyed the video, like and share the video with your friends and relatives. This is very important. If you have any comments, leave your comments below. Any questions, any suggestions, we would gladly receive them and respond promptly and positively to them. See you in the next video. I look forward to always seeing you in the new video. Thank you